alert! Proceed with caution. Major reveals ahead. This episode contains spoilers for movies and possible TV shows. So if you haven't caught up yet, hit pause and come back when you're ready. Otherwise, strap in. We're about to unpack everything. Enjoy.
Lights go down, the screen comes alive. Got my ticket ready for the ride. Is it a hit or is it just a mess? We're breaking it down, see that with a diss or a kiss. From the silver screen to the TV guide.
I wish Nikki Freeman loved me more than anyone in the entire world.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of the Real Movie Critics, real reviews by real fans. This particular episode, we will be Lord Scuba Cabra-less because he has not seen this movie, and my own curiosity got the best of me. So this week, with the help of the Psycho Nerd, who got to see this at Fantastic Fest last year, and has seen it 2 other times, which tells me he is fucking weird, but we all knew that already. We're going to be reviewing Obsession, which premiered on May 15th of this year, 2026, directed by Curry Baker, with a budget of $0.75 million, $750,000. Opening weekend was $17 million, with the box office as of right now, at this taping, which is on the 2nd of June, $108 million. $108 million.
It's close to 150 worldwide at this point.
Jesus.
Yeah. They've more than 100 times made back their budget. So
And then some, yeah. I think it's the first movie under $1 million. It's been not only a number one movie, but made over 100 million.
I can't remember how much Blair Witch made originally, but I'm not sure.
I think it made like $1 million.
It made a lot. Blair Witch made
remember.
it made a shit ton of money.
Anyway, the cast of this movie, we have Michael Johnston as Bear, the main character. Cooper Tomlinson as Ian. And before we get into the movie, Ian is a piece of shit. And I want to get that out in front right now. I have my reasons why. Hang on. I'll get into that later. We have Indy Navarrete as Nikki, and oh my God, she is sexy. Megan Lawless as Sarah, and Andy Richter as their boss, Carter. Before we dive into and I'm going to hand the ball over to the Psycho here in a moment, but let's get these fun facts out of the way, and I'm pretty sure he has his own. He always does. Curry Baker, who wrote, directed, and edited Obsession, is also the voice for the hotline worker that answers Bear's call.
Yeah.
The music.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that was a creepy ass phone call. The music store scenes were filmed in the same music store that had Wayne Campbell playing a Stratocaster in Wayne's World. No stairway. Denied. Movie was filmed in only 20 days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
really
that's
quick.
impressive.
Really quick.
Indy Navarrete performed the scene where Nikki freaks out over a kiss in one take. It's the take we see in the film. One take is all it took. The original ending had Nikki killing herself, but the production company felt her suffering would have a stronger ending. And of course, we hear her screaming throughout the entire credit, or most of the credits anyway, so yeah. And finally, there was no stunt doubles in this movie, so the scene where Nikki crashes her head through the car window was her wearing a helmet with a wig attached to it.
That's dedication right there.
And that was a fucked up scene. I'm sure we'll get to that in a minute. Do you have any other fun facts you want to throw in there?
Well, a couple. First off, when you talk about the car scene, that scene had to be dubbed down because originally it was going to get the movie an NC-17 rating. What was originally filmed was worse than what we got.
Before we go any further, if you didn't catch a spoiler alert at the beginning of this video, this is your chance to opt out, watch the movie, get therapy, and then come back and watch, because you're going to need therapy after this movie. Anyway, continue, please.
Yeah, that scene, the way it was filmed, was worse than what we got. And I cannot wait to see how much worse. Actually, I'm not really that looking forward to it because I can imagine how much worse it's going to get. But yeah, what we got was pretty bad to begin with. but it's worse, the original cut.
How can it be
So-
worse? She damn near ripped
Wait.
her face off.
The movie actually got picked up by Focus Pictures literally 3 weeks before it debuted at Fantastic Fest back in September.
Nice.
And they were lucky enough to be able to have that attached to it to let people know, hey, it got picked up. It's getting distribution. We just don't know when. At that time, we had no clue when it was coming.
Nice.
So, all right. So where to start?
The beginning is a good spot.
Yeah, well, I mean, the movie starts out there. Bear's in a diner talking to a waitress, practicing how he wants to tell Nikki how he likes her. Ian is over there just kind of like, dude, none of that works. It's too creepy, all that good shit. So basically, the movie is all about he's obsessed with Nikki. He wants to be with her, but he just doesn't have the balls to tell her anything about how he feels. He just kind of pussyfoots around. Every time he's around her, it's like he try to get it out, but it never comes out.
Yeah.
And then at one point, she loses a necklace and he thinks, oh, I'm going to go and buy her something to kind of help fix the voice. So he goes into a random, I don't even know what you call it. It's just a random shop with the random novelties in it, you know. He tries to find her another necklace, doesn't find one, but then he looks over and sees the One Wish Willow. Any wish, you get one wish, only one. You only get one.
Only
So
get one.
You only get one. That comes into play later.
Oh yeah.
So
big time.
he buys it, talking about it with the intent of giving it to her, but I don't even know what his intent really was in buying the damn thing to begin with. Keeps it on him. Him and his friends, they all work at the music store like you talked about, because all four of the friends work together. They hang out together. They have a pretty good ongoing relationship.
Yeah.
Takes Nikki home, having a little conversation with her. She gives him the opening. She handed it to him on a silver platter.
She did.
It's like, do you like me? Because now's the time to say, I think we're good as friends. And she walks away. Why? And I'm thinking, and everybody else in the theater is thinking the same thing. Why, bro? It was right there and you didn't take it.
See,
what the hell's wrong with you?
I can relate to that, because if you really like a girl and you have a good vibe, the last thing you want to do is fuck it up. So if you end up in a relationship with said girl and it doesn't work out, chances are the friendship is going to go the way just as much as the romantic side. And I think he really dug her. I think he was legit into her. He just didn't know how to tell her. And again, Ian was not helping him in any way. Ian was just being that douchey best friend that, you know, just is not giving any good advice. We found out later why.
Yeah.
We found out later why, which is why I said he's a douchebag, because he was just like trying to look out for himself. But anyway, continue. He has the end. He totally waffles the pitch.
Yep, he does. He totally does. So he sits there, pulls out the freaking willow, and he makes the wish. I wish for Nikki to love me more than anyone else in the world. And from that moment on, Nikki pretty much has no control. No, fuck pretty much. She has no control over herself anymore. And this is why, yes, I agree. Ian, based on what we find out about him later, he is kind of a dick in that respect. He should have said something. We'll get to that in a minute. But this guy is a piece of shit, Bear. He's a piece of shit. You want to know why? Because think about this. When he makes that wish and everything that happens throughout the film, he completely takes away her willpower. She is not in control of herself anymore. As a matter of fact, it's almost like Nikki is possessed at this point, because throughout the film, there's little snippets of her, whoa, like totally freaking out, because it's the real Nikki taking control, but then she loses it just that quick. It's not really Nikki anymore. It's like a totally different version of her at that point.
I don't think you can't put that blame on Bear. He didn't know the power. Did you really?
Exactly.
Did he really believe that it would work? It's like Tom Hanks in Big Zoltar Machine. He was upset because he's a little dude. He made a wish. He didn't think it'd come true. Next morning he wakes up. He's 6 foot tall. He looks like Tom Hanks. I'm sorry, he didn't know the power of that wish. You cannot put the blame on him. You put the blame, I'm putting the blame on the store, because the store owner, as we find out later on, knows more about this than he leads on later on. But he knew more about it, and he should have told his employees, hey, take that off the shelves. Even with the reviews he sees online later, take it off the shelves.
It's
dangerous.
mixed at best.
Yeah, I don't put the blame on Bear. He wanted, and again, this is how you word the wish. The movie Bedazzled does that. Brendan Fraser wishes for certain things, but certain things are omitted. Like he's a famous basketball player, but he has a small dick, or these other things that and that's the only one I can remember off the top of my head. But it's one of those things. But it's one of those things where you have to be clear on what I want her to love me. He could have done this, break it and go, I want her to love me as much as I love her. Break.
Maybe that would have
That
worked
wouldn't,
better. Who
and
knows?
it wouldn't have
It
been as,
could have.
but again, it's the wording. Bam.
But
I
once
want
again,
her to love me more than anything in the world. And this is right after his cat dies.
yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, which I'm curious. How did the cat get into his pills anyway? Like, where are you leaving your pills around,
That's
dude?
a
Where an animal? Yeah, think about
That's
that for a minute.
That's a valid point. And the cap is childproof unless the cat grew disposable thumbs and was able to, open it.
Yeah, so
But
it's like,
it is what it is. And of course, the cat comes into play later, much later, in a very weird fucking way.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah, it does. But
Thus begins the dark journey that is Nikki and Bear's relationship.
See, and that's another thing, because as soon as the wish takes effect, because it's instantaneous. She's standing at the door of her house. She's walking to the car. She's acting funny. She's acting different, and right off the bat, he rejects her. Throughout the entire film, he rejects the Nikki that he wished for because he doesn't know how to handle it. And that, in my opinion, just goes to show that he wasn't in love with her. He was infatuated with her. There is a huge difference. There is I like this girl. I'm thinking about this girl when I'm not around her. I'm even visualizing different things I want to do with this girl. That's infatuation. That is not love. That's a totally different thing, because that's things going on in your mind versus the reality of the situation. And she just didn't care for him in that way.
Well, that we think of, because she gave him the door. I'm pretty sure she liked him too, and she looked disappointed when she walked away. She looked legit disappointed, like, and she even said she had something she wanted to tell him when she called him earlier. That was probably what that was, and she was probably playing the room, and there was alcohol involved, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
He had the window of opportunity. He fucking choked on it. He choked on a big fat donkey dick, and then, I wish she loved me more than anything. Snap. Now, she went from 1 to 11 that quick. I'm sorry. No person, man or woman, could handle somebody who goes that deep of a obsession that quickly. I don't put any fault on Bear when it comes to that. It's like, how do I deal with this? Nobody could have dealt with that properly. Nobody.
Well, at the end of the day, he is the one responsible for it. Period.
No. I'm not saying I'm not saying he's scot free. He made the wish.
Not, obviously.
It's just how he worded the wish. He could have wished for, I just want her to love me. I want her to have the same feelings for me that I have for her. He could have worded it so much differently.
Hell, he didn't even have to make a wish. All he had to do was grow a sack, get out of the car, go to the front door. Yeah, I want to reevaluate your question from before. Yes, I very much like you, just so you know that.
You know what? But there wouldn't have been a movie.
Exactly. Well, that's
Curry Baker wouldn't have made a movie at that point. That's a movie I don't want to see.
No, exactly. But I'm just saying, these are all, it's interesting to dissect all the different elements that not only create the situation, but then also could have averted the situation. And that's something else I wanted to get into.
Sure.
There's two potential things that I look at that, if done or had done differently, this whole situation never would have played out. Number one, if Ian would have actually told Bear from the start, we find out later in the film that he was boning Nikki on the side, but we never find we don't find this out until the shit has already hit the fan multiple times. It's not even a fan anymore at this point. That's how bad things
he doesn't even tell him. Sarah had to tell him.
Right.
Sarah was the one that was like, oh, he's been fucking her for a while. They keep it nonchalant. And when I heard that, I went, that prick. Instantly thought Ian was a cool dude. He's just being a bro. But he's being a bro, fucking it. And he knows that Bear likes her. But he's fucking pounding her anyway. Come on.
Well,
man.
I mean, we don't know how long it's been since the last time they were doing it. And that whole scene at the opening of the diner, it feels like he is kind of helping him in some way, but it's not very helpful, is what it turns out. But
that could have been the other reason why she wanted to put her 2-week notice. Maybe it was getting too weird. Maybe that's why she wanted Bear to say something. She wanted an out, and there was no way she saw that was an out except for. And then, of course, Ian thinks that she's fucking Bear just to get back at him, which is not even close to the truth. It's just that whole male ego. Oh, well, you're fucking him because of me. No, kinda. She's fucking him because he made a wish, but we won't get into semantics about that. You know what I mean?
Nah.
And then we found out later on that Sarah has a thing for Bear.
Well, if you really watch the movie, I've seen it 3 times now. If you really pay attention, it's obvious from the start that she does like him, but she's being really cool about it. Basically, she's in the same situation with Bear that Bear is in with Nikki. It's like a vicious fucking circle that's going on here, but she's being real cool about it. And the way things progress throughout the film, I had hope that Bear and Sarah could have actually been a couple.
Yeah.
We'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, I feel like if Ian had actually told him that he was banging Nikki, I guarantee you, the way Bear felt, if they weren't pure, if they were not pure, his opinion about her would have probably changed almost instantaneously.
Oh yeah,
it's like
sure it would.
Your best friend is boning the girl of your dreams. Would you want to fuck her after that? I mean,
probably not.
Probably not. It'd be almost the same equivalent of finding out like your own brother did the girl that you're in love with. It's like, it kind of takes the sting off a little bit, doesn't it? It kind of takes the
that hits kind of close to home too.
But that's one
But I get what you're saying.
That's one. The other one, why was he in the store? Why was Bear in that store to begin with? Do you remember?
What the beginning?
Yeah, like that when he was in the actual store looking for, when he found the One Wish Willow, that store. Why was he?
He was looking for, because she had dropped her crystal necklace down a drain or something. So he's looking for a crystal necklace for her to kind of make her feel better about losing it. So he was being a good dude about it. He was just trying
Which is fine. His intentions were good. I agree. But think about this: if she never dropped her necklace, none of this would have happened. He would have never been. Think about it. He never would have been in that store to begin with because he would have been trying to replace something that was lost. Kind of funny to think about that, doesn't it?
If Curry Baker wrote this movie, which I think, he did write this movie, that's some great fucking writing. That's some brilliant writing. That's some dedication to the craft. Yeah, that's fucking brilliant.
Now, let's talk a little bit about Nikki.
Nikki is so fucking hot.
Her performance, she says she modeled her performance after several other films. One was Mia Goth in Pearl, which I know you haven't seen, but anyone else out there who has seen it, if you've seen both films, you get the contrast. And also a little bit of Hereditary is in there as well. And watching this movie multiple times, it is very apparent because what I love about this actress, Indy, is that she's able to go from normal to batshit crazy, crank it up to 11, and turn it off that quick.
Yeah.
Just that quick. That is some of the best acting I've seen in a while. Any genre of film, period.
I said this after reevaluating my dating situation, because this movie, like, I walked out going, nah, this movie fucked me up. I was like, I didn't say anything for like a day, not a day, but like a couple hours. I was quiet. And anybody who knows me knows I'm always talking about something. And I'm just like, fuck this. But as I'm walking out, I'm going, the girl who played Nikki, if she doesn't get an Oscar, at least a nomination, I'm not saying she should win it, but an Oscar nod, there is something wrong with the Academy, because this girl put on I legit believe she was fucking nuts. Like, I didn't think she was acting a good chunk of that movie. She taped up a fucking door with
I was going to get to that, yeah. So he wouldn't leave.
She cooked his dead cat and put a Post-it note for my little food critic. What's the verdict? Cat. And Sarah's like, what does that mean? And he takes him a minute and he's like, oh my, and then he just wraps it right back up, and it looked like ground up kitty cat. And then she made a dedication. She dug the cat up.
Shrine.
Because he buried it. She dug it up and made a shrine for the cat. I'm like, who the fuck does that?
Exactly. It's like some of the things she does, it's like she's going out of her, and I know what it is, because he rejects her immediately because of the way she's acting. He doesn't know how to deal with it.
So she goes to a whole other level.
Exactly. She's going out of her way to try to please him, even going so far to make stuff up, talking about her father that apparently she doesn't have a great relationship with.
She lied about.
Yeah, she lies and says that he had cancer. Yeah. Straight up, just to get him to calm down and be with her for a while. That first night he makes the wish, and her freakouts are the one scene that really got me the first time watching it at the festival.
Yeah,
and I think you'll agree with me on this. I am like literally watching the movie, and I am like, I didn't even notice it right away. For like 20 minutes, my body was like cringed. And then this one scene, he wakes up, he's by himself, he's looking around, he doesn't find her anywhere. She is in the goddamn corner the whole time, but you don't see her right away. She's so still. She's literally sitting in the dark, and she's like, go back to sleep. I just want to watch you sleep. And I'm like, Sally, what?
No, the moment I thought on that level, which is even creepier, he goes to work, she has the day off. She stands there. She pisses her pants as she's leaving.
Shits herself.
He comes home. She is still standing there. and she's covered in her own filth, her own shit, her own piss. It's on her fucking face. And she's like, oh, I just missed you all day. And they were supposed to go to a party at Ian's place, which is a whole nother thing because Ian's like, it's supposed to be the guys only, but apparently Sarah called and invited Nikki. So it's like, gotta take the girls.
Yeah.
And they're playing fucking Jenga with little notes on it. And Sarah happens to be sitting right next to Bear, and she draws the fucking kiss the guy to your, or kiss the person to your left. It just so happens to be Bear. What does Nikki do? She gets up all nonchalant. She fucking pulls the chair back, moves it aside, gets on her knees and puckers up for the kiss, and then she wigs out. That's the scene I was talking about earlier. She did that in one take. This broad hit herself in the head with a shoe and busted herself open.
Yeah, she did. She totally did.
And there's a reason why I walked out almost not like I didn't want to drive my car. I dated a girl like that when I lived in LA. She was that, like, wherever I was in town, she was there. I don't know how she knew where I was. Thank God I worked on the base and lived on the base because she couldn't get on the base, thank God. But whenever I was out in town, she just happened to be there. And I'm like, this needs to stop.
Okay, that's a bit, that's
yeah,
much.
to the point where
much.
To the point where I had to get a restraining order. Come to find out, the chick, I didn't know she was a fucking cop in that town. I don't know how she knew where the fuck I was. We never talked about what she did. I don't know why. I don't know why it never came up.
How is it I've never heard about this?
I've never talked about it. I've never talked about it.
I think I can understand why.
This movie sent me into a huge wave of PTSD. It's like, no. Like I'm sitting there, I'm doing what you're doing. I'm like, you know, down there pissing myself, and not because I gotta go, because I'm fucking scared. Like, is she here? Is she around the corner? I don't know. It freaked me the fuck out.
Yeah, there's a lot of freak out moments. And that one that I was talking about, I'll never forget it. We were watching the movie, and CJ is sitting next to me, and she leans over as I'm sitting there. I'm just there like, what? And she's like, are you okay? Under my breath, no, I'm fucking freaking the fuck out right now. I'm about to piss myself right here. I'm not even bullshitting right now. Sheesh. And it was my number one of the entire festival for the record.
I see why. I see why now.
I saw over 30 films, people. This was my favorite of the festival. Let that paint a picture for you.
And he's reviewed some of the other movies on his page, so make sure you go to, we'll get to that later, but make sure you go to his page and see those reviews. But the phone call he makes to the number on the back of the card, or on the back of the wrapper. Hello. You know, it's just so I think it was the store owner. I really do. I think it was the fucking store owner, or just some random dude that knew what it was. And then they tell him the only way to break it is for you to die, or somebody makes another wish that offsets that wish.
Correct.
And so I'm sitting there thinking he's gonna fucking off himself. I already knew it was coming. I just didn't know when and or how.
Well, so and there's more going on with that phone call as well.
Yeah.
Not only that aspect, but probably the scariest and probably the saddest part of the whole thing. He asked the guy on the phone is like, "Do you want to speak to Nikki?" And he's like, "What? Do you want to speak to her?" And you hear her screaming, almost like blood curdling, chilling, screaming in pain. And and when you really think about it, you understand why, because that's not the real Nikki. She's totally under a spell at this point. That's essentially what's going on. The real Nikki is, you know what it reminds me of? I found the perfect thing to contrast it to.
Quantum Leap?
No, not even that.
When they would switch bodies?
No, not even that.
Oh, okay.
Although that is interesting though. Remember the X-Men cartoon?
Yeah.
Remember the Dark Phoenix?
Fuck, yes.
Jean is taken control by the Phoenix because the Phoenix doesn't want to leave. Jean is able to gain control every so often, only briefly, but then the Phoenix takes over again. So much so that she actually begs first Wolverine and then Cyclops to kill her because she can't keep doing this anymore. And Nikki at one point wakes up, or she's like asleep, and she tells him, just kill me. Just kill me. She's asleep. Don't let her wake up. Please just kill me.
Yeah.
It's the exact same situation as far as I'm concerned. So there you go.
Fucking weird, man.
It really is. And you know what's funny is that, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, then not too long after that, we get the after the party, Sarah's texting Bear, I need to see you, come to the park. And he's like, no. And she's like, if you don't come to me, I'm coming to you. So the smart guy that he is, he's like, I'm gonna go to you because I know if you come here, it won't be pretty. But she still sees him. What are you doing? I'm going to get some water. Lies through his fucking teeth. Meets up with her. She's an aspiring tattoo artist who is applying for these different schools to get pretty much her cred to be able to become a full-fledged artist. And she has some of her own tattoos. I'm assuming she did herself.
Yeah, I think so.
So every other school she had applied to had rejected her. This was the last letter she had. She wanted him to be there, which tells you everything. She wanted him to be there to do it. They have this conversation, and there's a moment there where she's about to tell him how she feels. Like, there's a moment where it happens, and then out of fucking nowhere, fucking warp factor 9, here comes Nikki with a fucking helmet. Well, the stunt double had it, or she had a helmet on, but we don't see that. Crashes her head through the fucking driver's side window, grabs Sarah by the back of the head, and bashes her head into the steering wheel until she has no fucking face.
It wasn't the steering wheel. She brought.
Oh, she had a plate or a brick or something.
She had a damn brick and smashed her face into the brick the better part of about 25, 30 times at least.
And she was still alive.
And it go.
You see her eyes starting to twitch. She was still alive.
She was still alive.
Nikki's like, I need you to help me get rid of the body. And he does. He's now an accessory, but he opens the letter. And the first words, congratulations. And I'm like, dude, that's a dick move. How dare.
Yeah. I really feel genuinely bad for Sarah because
she was caught in the middle. I mean, she did nothing wrong. She was just there.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I mean, neither did Nikki. She did nothing to deserve any of this, being under control, under a spell and whatnot. But yeah, Sarah definitely got caught in the crossfire, and I feel unbelievably terrible for her. I really do. And it gets even worse after that.
Oh yeah, when he goes to Ian and tries to tell him, hey, this is the truth. Here it is. No matter how fucking funny or weird or crazy it sounds, this is legit. And he gives him one of the one wish willows.
That he tried to open himself. He tried to make another wish, but he couldn't do it. It would not break.
He could not break. And I'm like, and we'll get to that at the end of at the end here. But he can't do it. So he goes to Ian and he's telling Ian, offset the wish. And as he's telling him that, Ian just goes, I wish for $1 million. Peck. And then money.
He's not buying it.
He thinks it's. And would you?
He thinks it's all bullshit. I mean,
would you buy it?
No,
I wouldn't.
No, not really. But I mean,
But he's got $1 billion falling at his feet as we speak.
It literally falls right in front of him. I'm sorry. I damn near belted out laughing when I saw that the first time. I just wished for $1 billion. He didn't say $1 million. He says $1 billion.
He said $1 billion.
But now he's just automatically falling right in front of him like a shower. It's kind of like in Shazam when the kid wished for junk food from the sky. It's just like that. Like shit just falling everywhere. And wow. That's an interesting way to get your wish for money.
Then he goes back to the house, which still has the duct tape on the door. He's got one more of those willows in his. He bought like 3 of them, I think. He bought 2 or 3 of them. I think he bought what was left. And I do love how he flips out in the store. Where the fuck are they? They were right here. And the guy's like, they're over there.
Your energy is really off
some
right
bad
now,
energy. It reminded me of Mr. Cheezel from fucking Grandma's Boy. Like, dude, your energy level's way too high, bro. Hold on. Dude, you're tripping me out, bro.
Well, first he tells them they're sold out, but he's like, "Oh, dude, I'm fucking with you. They're right there." And there's like 3 or 4 of them left. It's like, he's like, "Why would you do that? Why would you sell this stuff?" And it's like, "Well, what did you do?" He's like, "Oh, wait, what did you do?" Like,
yeah.
So, like you said before, clearly these people that work at the store, they have an idea, not necessarily completely, but they have an idea of what's going on, and they're not warning anybody.
Nope.
What the fuck? They're just as much as fault as anybody else in this scenario.
There should be I think he said there's a warning label on it or something. I'm like, okay, cool. There's a warning label on cigarettes too, but people still smoke cigarettes. Come on now.
Exactly.
He gets back to the house. The duct tape is still on the door, which I found funny. Nikki has bashed herself in the head so many times. She's got this open gash from the shoe. I think at this point she had a gun. Or did he have
managed
a gun?
To get her? Yeah, no, I can't remember where she got the gun from, but she does have one.
But Ian walks in the door, literally kicks the door in. I got $1 million. Bam, done. Right there between the eyes, he's fucking dead. And I'm like, fuck. Well, he kind of deserved that, so that's okay.
Well, you know what, dude? Why was he there in the first place? Like, why would he walk all the way?
Because he finally believed it.
But he should have waited a couple minutes. I'm just saying. But here's another element to this that I did not notice until the 3rd time watching it. And I actually saw somebody else's video confirming it as well. Did you notice that when he comes back, after Ian makes his wish and Bear comes back to the house. Number one, Nikki has taken it upon herself to take Sarah's body, stick it in a random room,
yes.
strips the body down for whatever damn reason. But I finally figured, I didn't understand it the first 2 times, but then I got it on the third one. Nikki is wearing Sarah's dress. She's got tats on her just like Sarah. She's trying to dress herself up to look, because she, in her mind, she thinks
knew.
That's exactly.
She knew. Yeah.
And even her hair looks a little bit weird. Now, this one I haven't gotten confirmation, but the consensus I'm hearing is that she potentially scalped Sarah and is wearing her hair. I don't know if that's true or not, but if that's true,
well,
everything I just said,
she had no face.
everything at this point is already bad enough, but that is even fucking worse.
Yeah.
Like, holy crap, man. We've gone past the I'm going to piss myself. I think I just shit my pants at this point. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, Ian shows up. He gets a bullet to the head. He's a done deal.
Puts a bullet right between his fucking eyes. He decides, oh no, she goes to the bathroom. No, he goes to the bathroom first. His pills are sitting there. And she's like, what are you doing? I'm just going to the bathroom. And he takes one and he chews it and swallows it. And there's that moment of hesitation. And then he just downs the entire fucking bottle. And then he hears the noise that the willow box makes when you open it. So he's like, she made a wish. He's trying to throw up the pills and he can't. He stops himself. He stops because we never hear it, but she wished for him to love him more than anything else in the world. She did the same wish to him that he did to her. So he becomes the same person. They're on the couch. All of a sudden, he starts foaming at the mouth. He's dying. He's ODing. He fucking dies. And then in that brief moment, Nikki's crying, and then she stops, and then she looks around, like,
the real Nikki
came back. And then she cries even more because she doesn't know what the fuck happened.
No,
or she does, and she's like, fuck, this is on me. This is all my fault because I did all this stuff, even if I wasn't in control.
Yeah, her life at that point, no matter what she says to the cops, her life is over. And she didn't do anything.
All 3 of her friends are now dead.
Exactly.
2 of them by her hand. 2 of them by her hand.
Yep, that's true.
And again, this goes back to the original ending when Nikki grabbed the gun and didn't do anything. I'm like, I think her suffering speaks more volumes because now she has to live with that guilt for the rest of her life, however long it may be. And during the credits, you still hear her sobbing uncontrollably. Oh my God. And that's why I texted you, is there a post-credit scene in this movie? Because I didn't want to get up and miss something. And you're like, no. I'm like, good. I can leave now. And it's funny, I got up to get out, and I guess it's somebody who's seen me at the movies before because I go to the same movie theater all the time. And they were like, hey, do you know if there's a post-credit scene? And I was, no, there's not. And I just kind of put my phone, I turned the screen off and I throw it in my pocket and I'm walking out. And the guy's like, dude, you okay? And I'm like, no, man, I'm not. I need to go away. There's a bad aura in this fucking theater right now. And it's just mellowing. It's killing my mood right now, bro.
See, and the reason why he wanted her to actually kill herself is because this was going to be, and it makes sense, a proverbial Romeo and Juliet finish.
It makes sense.
It would make perfect sense. Like, oh my God, you know what? My life is fucking over. All my friends are gone. My life is destroyed. Might as well just blow my brains out and be done with it. Like, there is nothing for her at this point. But you know,
I'm looking at my camera right now for the people that are watching this movie if you have not seen this movie, watch it.
Why are you still watching this?
Yeah, you should fucking watch the rest later. Actually, if you haven't seen it and you've gone this far, we just spoiled the movie for you. What, did you not heed the warning at the beginning? Seriously, spoilers. We said spoilers at the very beginning. This movie may contain spoilers. It does. We gave you 2 warnings. So if you're still here, you have no one to blame but yourself. But if you have seen this movie, I want to know in the comments what you thought, and will you watch it again? Because I've already said I'll watch the director's cut, but that's it. There's movies I've only seen once or twice, and I will not watch them again because I don't want to go through that bullshit again. Great fucking flick, though. Great movie.
It's done very well for itself. Like we said, it's damn near made 150 worldwide. It keeps doing better every week. And just to paint you a picture, right now there's a 7:45 show going on at the Draft House. Look at the seating.
Sold out,
What?
except for like
Damn.
1 or 2 seats.
Yeah, there was 3 seats left, dude. This is
Wow.
the 4th weekend, I think, 3rd week,
Yeah.
4th,
Yeah.
whatever.
And
Yeah,
that's the
it's
draft
still
house where
killing
the
it.
food's fucking pricey as fuck too. People are still going to watch that fucking movie.
It's still killing. It's still killing.
Yeah. I think it's
And
made
it's
more than Mandalorian and Grogu, and that's got like $180 billion budget. So
dude, Obsession kicked the crap out of that movie. It
did.
is definitely the most. It's going to go down as probably the most successful film of the entire year, maybe even the last 5 years. Who knows? Depends. I don't know all the figures right now, so I'm kind of talking out of my ass. But
it's funny. There's a meme I saw. It was Disney, and it said Disney trying to figure out how its star franchise got beat by a movie that was only had a budget of $300 or $750,000. I'm like, story. Mandalorian and Grogu did not need to be in theaters unless you're here's my exception to that. If they had done it to where it was the entire series or that entire season in one go, then maybe. But it was not meant to be a movie. That was a fucking season of Mandalorian and Grogu, and there was no other Mandalorians there should have been. We've already talked about that. That review we did that last week. You know, if you want, I'll put that review in the description below. You know where to find it. Yeah, we fucking destroyed that movie. That movie was not anywhere near what I wanted it to be.
Well, you and Scuba destroyed it. I didn't think it was that terrible,
I mean,
but I agree.
But
it didn't need to be a fucking film. It didn't.
That's my argument. Yeah, people at work were like, what did you think? I said, it should have been a TV show. It should have been a movie. And they went and watched it and went, dude, you're not wrong. I'm like, I know, I'm not wrong. But with all of this about Obsession done, we want to go to the Rotten Tomatoes scores. And we don't have that cheater Scuba here. I know he's cheating. I know he is. His midichlorian count is not that high. So I'm going to ask you, since you're here, unless you've already looked. Did you look already? Okay.
I never look. It's more fun otherwise.
What do you think the tomato meter score is?
I'm going to say 85, 90%.
96%.
Damn.
It's fucking high.
Close.
Now,
fucking
the
close.
popcorn meter, the fans. What do the fans think?
You know what? I'm just going to be bold. 100%.
No, 95.
Damn.
But it's certified fresh.
You goddamn right it is.
But here at the Real Movie Critics, we don't give a fuck about Rotten Tomato scores and percentages. We want to know what we think about this movie. So this one I thought of on my own. 1 out of 5 One Wish Willows. And I did find a fucking little JPEG of a One Wish Willow. Was able to, so it'll be on the screen here momentarily. Psycho Nerd, what do you, I mean, I already know what you're going to say, but I need to hear the words. What do you give this movie?
Well, before I do, here's another thing. At Cinemark, they're doing a thing where not only every single showtime for tonight is damn near sold out, even the 11:15 show. But look what they're doing. You probably can't tell. No, you can't tell. All the seats that are bought are cracked One Wish Willows.
Yes, I caught that. Well,
that is nice.
They're doing that with movies on Cinemark now, is they're putting some sort of prop. Like with Mandalorian and Grogu, it was a little Grogu head.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah. Okay.
There's stuff like that, which I think is kind of cool. But
it's a nice little touch. Kind of adds to it. It's funny. But what did I think of this movie?
Do I even have to ask?
It's a piece of shit. Yeah, right. No, that's a lie. That's a flat lie. Dude, this, in my mind, this is one of the greatest horror, thriller, suspense films. It's one of the best movies of the year, in my mind. Yeah. I think it's one of the absolute best thriller, suspense, horror films we've had in the entire run of the 2000s up until now. Okay. I'm not even, and I've seen more. I haven't seen everything. I haven't, but I've seen more than my fair share.
That's bold.
And this is, I mean, the fact that I've seen it 3 times, I mean, back in the old days, back in the 90s when I started watching movies and taking a bus and going to the dollar theater every other weekend, watching movies 5, 6+ times, whatever, it was a big thing back then, but I don't do that shit anymore. I really have to enjoy a movie to watch it, more than 2 times. Sometimes I'll watch it twice just for the hell of it, but 3, and I want to go see it again. That's how much I've enjoyed it. Okay.
God, no.
You mentioned.
No, I don't want to see it again.
Oh, I'm gonna drag your ass. I'm gonna handcuff your ass. I'm gonna drag you to the fucking theater. You can't do nothing about it. I'll freaking. Yeah, no, I won't do that. But remember how you said that on the show we have 1 golden 5-star?
Shit, you. I did.
This is officially my golden 5-star. As far as I'm
Wow.
concerned, I would be hard pressed to see any other movie having this much of an impact on me for the rest of the year. But here's the thing. We're only halfway through the year and we still have Fantastic Fest coming up in a couple of months.
Yep.
So there you go. And there's plenty more things coming out this year, but holy crap, it's going to take a lot of effort to kick that one off the pedestal.
Did you apply for press passes for that one since you have a podcast now, or did they tell you no?
I did not. I'm not doing that this year. I will probably, depending on how my channel is doing over the next year, I'll probably try it next year. Because that would be a cool thing to do down the road.
Yeah, because I did that for the Corpus Comic Con coming to town this weekend, the weekend of the 5th, the 5th, is that myself, Scuba, and our buddy Ben, all three of us have podcasts. So all three of us got press passes to go. I'm only going to meet the Pink Ranger. That's the only reason why I'm going. And I get to go in for free. So fuck it.
Amy Jo Johnson, still looking cute as hell. Still cute as hell.
That being said, Psycho Nerd has given it his gold 5. Well, you know, I have a reputation on this show of bringing the score down. That being said, I'm afraid I have some good news. I also give it a fucking 5. But here's the thing. Scuba's not here to give his review, so this one doesn't count as far as, I mean, I'll keep track of all of it, but there will be an asterisk because Scuba's not here to give. This would be the third movie that we've given all 5s to. So maybe we can add that later if Scuba watches it and gives us a review, which he totally wants to watch. He does.
He said he wants to. So I say we kind of just leave it on pause for the time being until we find out what he thinks of it. But man, the horror fan that he is,
oh yeah, he's gonna fucking love it.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be different if you didn't like it and I didn't like it, you know. But I fucking love this movie. Now, am I gonna watch it again? Fuck no, not until the fucking director's cut comes out. And even then, I'm going to be, all the lights will be on. I'm not watching that shit in the dark. You're fucking stupid.
Pussy.
You're damn right. And I'm man enough to admit that. Fuck off. Well,
no. That's not the way to watch a horror movie. That's like playing Resident Evil. That's like playing Resident Evil with the lights on. No, you turn those lights off. You play it at 1 o'clock in the morning and you got the volume up. Hell, put your headphones on because it'll make you,
it's funny.
Creepy.
It's funny you say that. When Suzanne and I were still married, before Marianne was born, by the way. I think she was like maybe a month or 2 pregnant at the time. I was asleep. I went to bed. It was a weekend. I was tired. I wake up at like 1, 2 in the morning. She has the lights off. She's playing Silent Hill. In the complete. All I see is the flicker of the 32-inch fucking not flat screen, but the fucking tube TV that we had. And I just walk out half asleep. No idea what the fuck she's doing. And right when I walk around the corner, something happens where she jump scares and she sees me and goes, "Oh my God." And I'm like, "What?" I'm like half asleep. I'm like, "What? You scared the shit out of me." I'm like, "Well, quit playing this fucking game and go to bed."
You sound like the big bad wolf from Shrek in the bed. What?
Yeah. Dude, I was tired. I had to go piss and I wanted to take a piss and then go fuck. And she didn't hear me taking a piss. I was taking a fucking piss.
Well,
went to the kitchen to grab a glass of water, chug it real quick, go back to bed. And she's like, "You scared me. I didn't hear you." I'm like, "Well, the fucking TV is at fucking decibel 1 million. No wonder you can't fucking hear me." God damn.
She was a big fan of Silent Hill. I have not had the pleasure of playing the majority of the games, but it's on my to-do list.
Yeah.
So,
but that being said, this will conclude our review of the movie Obsession. Real quick before he promotes his shit, I will let you know this is going to be a full week for this channel or for this show in general, because the next movie we're going to review, which will come out later, is the movie Michael. I have not seen it. I will be seeing it tomorrow. He's already seen it. I know he's taking notes. I know I was late to the trip, but I got my ticket. I'm good to go. This weekend, we have 2 brand new movies coming out. We have Scary Movie 6, which I'm seeing on Thursday, and Master of the Universe, which I'm seeing on Friday. That being said, Scuba may or may not be on the show for the Scary Movie review, but we already know he'll be here for fucking Master of the Universe.
It's all good. He's got a busy life, and if he had to pick one, there is no doubt he picks Masters of the Universe.
Oh, yeah.
Totally
yeah, if he picks Scary Movie 6, I'm like, dude, what? You complain because there was no Power Sword drink containers anymore.
That was a dick move. Whoever bought those, by the way.
Yeah, but he got the Castle Grayskull popcorn drink thing, so he's happy. So, but yeah, those will be coming up here in the next week or so. That being said, Psycho Nerd, promote your shit.
Alrighty. Well, not really doing much on the podcast right now. I have a few different ideas of what I want to do moving forward. I'm thinking about it. We're working on it, but do have a few new videos that are coming out later this week. I'm in the editing process right now. Pete's House #2 has been filmed. I just got to edit it, and I went ahead and did the whole scary movie franchise. What the hell? Leading into the new one.
Even the shitty ones?
You know what, dude? Part 4 was funnier the second time around. A little bit funnier, but part 5 is, in my opinion, total dog shit.
Oh yeah.
Did not like part 5 at all. It's like they weren't even trying anymore at that point.
And it's funny because part 6, they're doing it because the Wayans brothers' father hit one of his last wishes was, you guys need to work together again. And that's where the idea came. Well, fuck. And they've already, this is news, breaking news. I saw this not too long ago. If Scary Movie 6 does well, we are going to get a sequel to Don't Be a Menace While Drinking Your Juice in the Hood or whatever. Fuck that. Yeah, they're making a sequel to that movie. Yes.
I don't know about that.
If Scary Movie 6 does well, they've already said they'll do a sequel. They've already said they'll do it.
They should just do another White Chicks. Shoot.
No, God, no.
I don't think you can do a sequel to Don't Be a Menace at this point.
You can't do a sequel to White Chicks. Not today. Hell no. There's no way you can make that movie today.
Well, they're making Scary Movie 6, and I guarantee they're going to piss a lot of people off in the long run. I guarantee it. They've already said flat out they don't give a damn who they piss off in this.
I'm sorry,
scenario.
but Scuba said this before too. Shawn Wayans has a transgender child, and he said they sat through this movie and thought it was hilarious. So if they're laughing at it, you should too. Laugh at yourself before you laugh at others. That's good advice.
It just goes to show that people in this country are just too angry.
No, we're not getting political on this show. Not political. We're not doing that. Cut you off before you get it out. I will promote Lord Scuba Cabra's shit. Of course, we have the Apex Championship Wrestling, where he and myself are the commentary team. You can find that Apex Championship Entertainment on Facebook as well as YouTube. Our most recent PLE Clash of the Coast dropped, I think, a week ago. And also our Right to Fight contract, which is our battle royale for a Money in the Bank type of contract. You get to see who won that. And also the PLE that we did out in Port O'Connor, which, as I will say on the show, is Irish for Shitty City. People booed me. I thought it was great. The Cryptic Cringe is currently on a hiatus for the moment, but they are planning on doing more episodes. But you can watch the old episodes. The links will be down in the description for not only the Psycho Nerd and Lord Scuba Cabra, but also for the shit that I do, which is where I'm at here. Real Movie Critics and DJ Zodiac Podcast, the greatest wrestling podcast you've never heard of. We are going in a different direction with this show. We are going to be doing just PLEs, pay-per-views, and classic pay-per-views. We will not be doing news, weekly Raws. I am done with that. And with a little bit of drama in the show, we are definitely moving in a new direction. It may just be me and the Psycho. I'm trying to get a third, see what happens with that. But again, you can find those on YouTube on the Real Zodiac Productions, and they have their own Spotify and Apple Podcasts, the Real Movie Critics, and DJ Zodiac Podcast. So for Lord Scuba Cabra, who's not here, will hopefully be here the next time we record for Master of the Universe and for the Psycho Nerd. I am DJ Zodiac. We want to thank you for watching and going through this movie, because now I'm afraid to go to bed. I might be up all night in the corner. Just don't watch this. But anyway, for the Psycho Nerd, I am DJ Zodiac. We want to thank you for watching or listening to the Real Movie Critics, real reviews by real fans. And remember, kids, there's always time for one more binge. We will see you next time.
Lights go down, the screen comes alive. Got my ticket ready for